going on, guys? I kind of pulled a mat with Diesel Creek. If y'all haven't seen any of his videos, he's always getting he's always getting new equipment, and you know, they always need a little bit of work or whatever. But yeah, so here's a Bobcat 310. Not sure on what year. It's like an 80s, early 80s, late 70s model, something like that. It's really tiny, and I got a pretty good deal on it. So let's kind of go over a little bit of stuff. I did kind of wash it out just a little bit. It does need quite a bit. Yeah, so if you can see right there, that's kind of how the whole back of that looked. I put some oven cleaner on it and kind of cleaned it off a little bit. Not, you know, I'm not doing a deep clean at this point. Just want to get things running and going. But yeah, this is a little 16 horsepower Kohler motor, I believe. I do have the back. It's over there. So the main issue with this, from what the guy was telling me, is that the hydraulic pump is bad. This is a knockoff version of one that he had, and it didn't fit. He read somewhere that it would work, but it didn't work. So I think I'm going to get the pressure washer out and knock off some more of this grease and grime and dirt and crap, and we'll get all that off, so we'll have a fresh slate, so we can go from there. That way, whenever it starts leaking, we can find out exactly where it's leaking, and then we can fix that leak if it's real bad. I'll open up this cab here in just a second and let you see inside there. Alright, so fairly simple. The cab just flips up and backwards, but we'll have to fix that mounting hole or mounting bolt. But yeah, as you can see, it's pretty grimy and crusty down in there. So I think what I'll do is get a little scraper and scrape off as much of this as I can, just to eliminate as much contaminants on my grass as possible. But here's just noticing that. Oh, it's a little Cessna hydraulic pump, and from what the guy was saying is that it's just not building any pressure. He says everything else should work, but I can't confirm or deny. I have no idea. So I think what I'll do is take off this pump and just see if I can see anything major that's wrong with it. Clean it up, hopefully put it back together. But if I can't find anything, or I don't think I can fix it, I'll see if I can find a hydraulic shop here locally that might be able to fix it. If that doesn't work, I did find a new used one. They don't make this pump anymore, but I did find one that was like 620 bucks. So kind of want to stay away from that. I did find a couple others that was about $130. I don't know if those will work or not, but that's where we're at for now. But yeah, it's actually a pretty simple little machine here. It does have a 2-speed or 2-stage drive or whatever, like a high and low, which goes to this little solenoid, which goes back to the electric clutches back there. I will say, whenever we tried to load this up, since he was trying to work on it, he got hydraulic oil all over the place, and he said that whenever he did that, it got all on the belts, and so this little Bobcat was having a hard time steering left and right, and even driving up onto the trailer. So I may have to buy new belts. Hopefully I can get rid of all the hydraulic fluid and the belts will be fine, but I don't know if I'll be able to do that or not. So alright, so first thing I'm going to do is try to finish cleaning this up as much as I can. May want to weld that back together if I can. I don't know. But the engine does run. It does smoke a bit. I mean, it is an old engine, but I got some stuff for it. So here's some oven cleaner that does really good with cutting into the deep crud, like greasing the grime and all that stuff. There's I don't know, $2.50 each, something like that. Got some good old seafoam. Wouldn't hurt to use that. And I'm gonna try this stuff. Never used it before. Seems like kind of snake oil, but figured I'd give it a shot. And the other thing too is, you know, I don't know how often this is used. If it hadn't been used in a while, it might just need to be used, and maybe those rings will pop back out where they need to be and be good to go from there. But I figure we'll give that a try, just in case it needs a little help. And then the last thing is the cheapest oil I could find, which was I think $4.50 a bottle, somewhere around there, at Walmart. And it's full synthetic. I was actually looking for just some 30 weight, but didn't have any. 10W30 is the closest and cheapest I could find. And again, it full synthetic. That's crazy. So it calls for 2 quarts of oil. It also came with 2 buckets. So you see here, it's got the teeth to help bite into the ground. It also has a hook that's already welded on there. And then it came with the smooth edge bucket. It does have a hole way back there in the back. Shouldn't be too hard to fix. And it's got the skid steer quick attach. So pretty cool. I'm going to oven clean this thing and then use a pressure washer to see how much more junk I can get off of it. So I'll get back with you. Alright, so that's a little bit better. There's still a couple places I need to get, but I'm going to let it dry off a little bit, hit it with a little bit more oven cleaner, and then let it dry out. And then I'll attempt to take off that little pump right there. Alrighty, I'll get back with you. Alright guys, so I kind of figured I'm just going to take this apart gingerly and see what we can do. Yeah, so I didn't have a 12.3/8, but I have this through socket set thing. It's by Cobalt, actually. I've only had to use these for certain situations, and it's one of those things, whenever you need it kind of thing. I don't need it all the time, but like this situation, turns out that I have pretty much 12-point sockets for everything under 3/8. Yeah, somebody's definitely been in here before. I know that it should have a gasket that goes around in here. It's like kind of like an O-ring from some of the schematics that I've seen. I'm also seeing some scoring. I don't know where you can see that. There's a scratch there. There's a scratch right there. You can't see it, right? A little bit. So I don't know if this can be machined flat again or not. But I know the tolerances on this have to be like immaculate. Inside the pump looks pretty good. There's a little bit of wear. I don't know if you can see that, but right at the top, I don't know if you can see that, but and it's not really bad. It's just a discoloration. You can't feel it or nothing. On this, I did wind up using the a die to rechase these threads for a 3/8 fine. I think it's a 24 teeth per inch or something like that. So that's kind of the same thing. There's no pitting or anything like that that I can tell. It's pretty rough, but there's some junk in there. And this probably comes apart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back the way I found it. See if I can find a rebuild. Like a rebuild shop. We'll just leave these loose for the guys that's got to take it back apart. But this way they can re-hone it if they need to, or resurface that spot, or whatever they got to do. I don't know. Yeah, I just wanted to see the inside of this, see what it looks like. So anyways, we have being here in Oklahoma, we have lots of oil field companies around, and I know we have several places that deals with hydraulics and stuff like that. So I'll bag this up and send it to a company, see what they can do for us. If not, maybe we can figure out a way to make this work somehow. I don't think it'd be that hard, but you never know. Anyways, I think I'll leave off here with the hydraulic pump out and trying to find a place to rebuild this or whatever. So the next step is going to be once this is rebuilt, or I'm able to use this, or I have to buy another pump or whatever. That way, the next step is putting this back onto the machine, and then getting it going, and then going from there. So I don't know when that'll be. Hopefully it's sooner than later, and I'll be able to use it a little bit. I don't know. I know I need to do an oil change on there. I bought an air filter for it. I had the service manual coming. Probably need to switch out some of the hydraulic lines, and probably flush out all of the hydraulic fluid. And we may have some leaking axles. I don't know how bad they are. I just know whenever I cleaned it, there was quite a bit of leakage going on. So if it's real bad, we'll replace it. If it's not so bad, we'll just kind of let it go from there. Alright, so wanted to show you real quick how clean we got it, I guess. Again, it's not spotless, it's not ready for paint, but I did want to kind of start with a somewhat of a clean slate. But I was able to get that body mount out. We'll have to figure that out sometime. But anyways, just kind of wanted to show you all this. And then the back. Again, it ain't perfect. It's not ready for paint. We're not putting this on a showroom. But I wanted to start off so if something does leak, I'll be able to find easier where that leak is, and I'll be able to hopefully pinpoint any issues. So, alright, let's go back in there. Yeah, y'all comment right, and we'll catch you on the next video where we have this actually where we have the new one, or rebuilt one, hopefully, and installed, and then we'll take it to the next step of maintenance and all that stuff. So, alrighty, we'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. See ya.